Hey,
Hi.
how's it doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good. And you?
So far, so good, but the day is young. You never know.
Um, Thanks for willing to do this.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Sure, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you. Let me just adjust my angle with something that I can prop this up. That's within 10%. I'll take it.
Ah,
All right.
I've been hearing all of your voices since
Thank you so
Doctor
much.
Eggman from
Thank you for
Sonic.
listening. Thank you.
My pleasure. It's just all you've been my childhood voice actor since I've been playing the video games of Sonic, where I hear,
Excellent.
and I've gotta say, you make an excellent Doctor Eggman.
Thank you very much. All right. It is great fun, more fun than humans should be allowed to have, as I love to say.
Yeah, of course. But anyway, I have a lot of questions I wanted to ask you.
All right. I'll be here to answer them.
Tell me, how is it like being a voice actor throughout animation in years?
It sure beats working. I can't imagine anything I'd rather be doing. It is great fun. As I said before, more fun than humans should be allowed to have, because it is.
I see. Which just leads me to one most important question. How did you get into voice acting?
As a kid, I grew up loving theater and loving radio. When it came time to pick a job, that became radio because I figured radio was a little more stable than the world of theater, where you're always looking for work. Turns out, no, not so much. Radio worked out for a while till radio kicked me to the curb, and then I was able to take all my radio experience, make some demo reels, send them out to cartoon producers, and they liked them. And so that became working in cartoons.
I see. So this is how you got into voice acting
Hmm.
because of that experience that you had in years. Isn't that correct?
Yep. I've been full-time voice acting since 2008, mostly full-time since 2002, 2001, and then radio and stuff before that. So
Oh,
I've been
I see.
I've been a professional voice user for since 1986, let's say.
Wow. Now that I begin to realize until you told me.
Hmm.
Huh.
I go way back.
Oh, I see. Which, of course, gets me to this question. Why do you like being in animated shows that much?
Well, one nice thing is that animated shows like having me in them, so it works out pretty well. But my joy comes from performing. Actors love to perform. I'm an actor. I love to perform, and I found that voiceover is the most efficient way for me to cram in as much acting as I can without, excuse me, without all sorts of pesky rehearsal and wardrobe and makeup and learning choreography. So I just can stand there and do all my acting. It's fantastic.
I see. So this is why you like to be in a lot of animated shows,
Hmm.
which, of course, leads me to the questions about your characters, of course. But in the show Berserk, what was your favorite part about playing the character Udon? Adon, I meant. Sorry about that.
That's all right. It was he got out a lot of frustrations, a lot of yelling, a lot of aggression, left feeling kind of tired but kind of relieved. So it was very cathartic.
I see. Because I saw the Berserk series and its movies right there. From what I
Hmm.
can tell, your character was out of control when he is trying to battle Guts.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just
He
like that,
was.
that's where Guts ended up killing him. I
There's a
was
lot
like,
of screaming, a lot of yelling, but a lot of fun.
I see. Which, of course, leads you to the question about your other character, which is my most favorite one. But what was the biggest thing when playing Doctor Eggman and Sonic the Hedgehog?
Well, probably the best thing was booking the role back in 2003. It was a very long audition process. They gave me samples of Dean Bristow to match. I tried really hard. I went in for an audition. They weren't convinced. They called me back for a second one and then a third one. And by the third one, they said, "Yeah, you'll do."
Good. I see. Because
Mhm.
all I know is that I first heard of you of Dr. Eggman since Sonic X. All
That's
I
where it
can
started.
tell, you were very awesome playing
Thank you
that.
very much.
And
Thank you.
that's it because all I know is that you've been doing a lot of Sonic games in years. Because all I know is that the upcoming Sonic Frontiers which has Roger Craig Smith in it. Just hoping that Dr. Eggman gets to return, you know?
Well, I'm involved, but what I'm doing specifically, I can't tell you yet.
Oh, now that's something I wanted to hear from you. Because that's exactly why I like to hear you getting to return as Dr. Eggman in this.
I'm returning to something. I've been confirmed to participate, but nothing about who is there, what's playing. Just I'll be there.
Yes, I was hoping for you to say that. Because after all, I played a lot of Sonic games in years, you know? That I thought of wanting to meet the Dr. Eggman himself.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But anyway, how is it like playing Arthur Hawkins in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, it's been a while, but as I recall, it was lots of fun. Again, being part of a show that lots of people know, always a bonus. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Extremely popular, and I was delighted that I was chosen to perform.
I see. Because all I know is that I watched Yu-Gi-Oh back when I was a kid, you know? And what I can tell, I saw you as that character in that episode, you know?
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. But I do know one sad news that just happened a few days ago, but the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh passed away.
Very, very sad.
I feel sorry for him, you know?
Sure. Tragic moment.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure did. But anyway, what is your favorite thing about being in Pokemon as Drayden?
Well, Pokemon is always a pleasure to do. I've played lots and lots of parts, as well as being the narrator for a few seasons of Pokemon. But the one great thing about Drayden, there's no lip flap. He's all beard. So it's much easier to dub, and you don't have to try and find the lip flaps to watch because it's just a beard.
I see. Because all I know is that before you did that character, you did some other characters back in the days. Isn't that correct?
My one of my first animation dubbing roles was in fact a brief turn as a grandfather with no real name. Injiro was his Japanese name, but I don't think he had a real English name in one of the earlier episodes of Pokemon. And that started my relationship with Pokemon as well as for kids.
I see. Because all I know is that I've seen Pokemon way back in the days, you know? And for the most part, I even saw you there playing some of those characters, you know? Like that announcer who just cheers for that, who just does the winner thing, you know? Which, of course, it is one of my favorite animes, you know, that I've seen. It's always my pleasure. But anyway, what was the best part about playing in the anime show called One Piece?
There wasn't a lot of stuff in the original run of One Piece on 4Kids, but by the time it came to its more recent iterations, I got to have a quick cameo within One Piece. Before I was just doing One Piece promos, so I would be the guy saying, "Coming up on an all-new One Piece," and I would say what's going on. But recently I got to be actually in the show, and that was a treat. And that was a nice little return to a franchise that I had a passing relationship with many years ago.
I see. But anyway, which character that you have played in the past has been the most challenging to you, and why?
Well, if there's a lot of yelling and screaming, that is always a challenge. So Dr. Eggman, for example, can be very yelly and screamy. If it's a character suffering a very violent death with lots of struggling, the screaming is always, it leads to more lozenges. So I have an extensive collection of throat lozenges to alleviate that sudden pain, like I'm having right now.
Oh, I see. Because from what I can tell, your voice acting has been improving for years, you know, and that's good. Because as long as you keep improving, things will get very better for every single fans of anime and video games, of course.
Thank you. People seem to like it, and that makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of anime, I saw recently the Attack on Titan. If I'm not mistaken, I believe you're part of Attack on Titan. Isn't that correct?
A little bit, a couple episodes here and there. That was quite an honor.
I see. So how's it like being a part of Attack on Titan?
Always a joy, fun records. We have a lot of laughs while we're recording. You may not necessarily realize it by the time they reach the screen, but we have tons of fun when we're recording.
I see. So that's very good because, to be honest with you, I've been seeing a lot of Attack on Titan actually, and that I've seen a lot of voice actors, very good casting. Even you being a part of it as a very well-known character for trying to get the helps of others. You get what I mean, right?
Yep.
I'm glad you say that. But anywho, what do you like about being in the show called Doctor Stone?
That was a very adventure-filled series, so I got to play a lot of adventure and intrigue, and that was nice.
Oh, I see. Because all I know is that I heard that Doctor Stone is coming back by 2023, and that hopefully you get to return as your character, of course. And when it does,
Nice enough.
you'll be super improving.
I hope they invite me back.
Oh, they will eventually in time. What was your favorite thing about being part of video games besides Sonic the Hedgehog?
People love video games, so I'm thrilled to be part of things people love. Video games are unlike shows which aren't always playing somewhere. Somebody's playing a video game almost everywhere and anytime. So it's nice to be in people's living rooms or bedrooms at all hours of the night, having tons of fun in purely consensual manner.
I see. Yes, I got one video game example that you might know of, but how do you like about being in that video game called Smite?
Oh, that was nice, a little characterization that I don't normally get to do. I was delighted that they liked my audition, and they invited me to be a part of it. And Smite very popular with people.
I see. Because what I can tell, I see that your characters are very unique actually, especially when it comes to telling their background story and stuff like that.
Sure. They were colleagues, even if not in real time, colleagues asynchronously. And sometimes that's fun too.
Oh, I see. So that's what makes you so good at this. Which, of course, leads me to a question, though. But do you usually narrate a lot of things throughout the promos in years?
It's been a while, but there are a couple of things where people like me to be their narrator. And if anyone asks, I'm happy to oblige.
I see. Which, of course, leads me to a question that involves anime, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe you were part of Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, correct?
Sounds a bit familiar.
Because you were in it as a character, like a minor character. How is it like being part of Mobile Suit Gundam?
Always fun to be part of a popular franchise, and the Gundam franchise, very popular. So I was delighted that they invited me.
That's very good to hear from you. For what I can tell, I've been seeing Mobile Suit Gundam and the others for like months actually. And for what I can tell, I see you part of it, along with Yuri Lowenthal and the others. And I've got to say, that is super awesome.
Very talented people.
Yeah. But anywho, there is another show that I've seen back then, but is it true that you're actually part of Kirby? Isn't that correct?
I was several characters in Kirby Right Back at You back in the day. I was Mayor Len Blustergas, most people recognize. I was Samo the bartender. I was also a bunch of one-off characters like Hit Cosmos and Chef Shiitake. And Iroh's dad, a light recurring character that few people remember, but he was also fun.
I see. Because I actually seen that show back then, back when I was a kid, And I've got to say, it was very nice enjoying it in the Saturday mornings thing.
It's a very good show.
And to be honest with you, I really missed that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Missed the Saturday mornings thing.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, it's especially when it comes to the studio's ideas, however.
Sure.
Because, the studio's idea of what kind of things they need to bring up in order to make things go better.
They're in charge.
You bet I am. But anyway, what do you usually like to do before voice acting? Do you usually have a routine?
Not usually. I should probably do more vocal exercises and stuff, but pretty much make sure I've got something to drink in this case. A nice Starbucks beverage and a bunch of lozenges of various brands. And then sit back, relax, have fun, and make sure I'm listening to the director and doing what they ask me to do. Because then they let me leave when we're all done and I did it right.
I see. So this is what makes you so good. This is what you like to do before voice acting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, do you usually do cool things after voice sessions are over?
I'm usually relaxing because it's a lot of work. It sometimes doesn't sound like it's a lot of work, but you're standing there yelling your brains out. Yeah, it's pretty tiring. So I'll sit back, relax, and finish my beverage.
I see. So this is what you like to do. But anywho, tell me one question. Is it true that you're actually part of the Ninja Turtles?
I was part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, where I played the Garbage Man, and I played King Kirby in the King Kirby episode, and a couple of minor characters in some of those episodes as well.
Oh, I see. So because I watched that show back then, 'cause
Mhm.
you were along with Sam Riegel and Michael Senda. I'm just trying to pronounce his name right. But
Sinter Nicholas.
yeah, that one.
It's like Santa Claus, but Sinter Nicholas.
Sinter Nicholas. The A is silent. But anywho, I I gotta admit that was very very awesome of you being part of a lot of anime shows, especially when you got to be part of if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's called Demon Fighter Kucho, correct?
Hmm.
How is
That
it
was
like Professor Como?
that was the very first anime role I ever did, so that holds a special place in my heart.
Wow, your first anime voice role was that dude?
Hmm.
Wow.
So we
I did
did a lot
not
of figuring out as we went along.
Wow. I did not even realize until you told me just now. But
Hmm.
thanks. I've been always wanting to know about which is your voice acting role in case if I ever make something for you, just in case.
That's where it all started.
Well, I'm glad you told me, by the way. But
Thank you.
anywho, I'm very glad I was able to explain out everything. And I'm hopefully you get to see you part of Sonic Frontiers by November.
We can only hope. Coming sometime holiday 2022, whatever that means to the calendar.
Of course. Well, my friend, it was so nice talking to you. Thank you for
Likewise, I'm sure.
listening to me. And I really enjoyed talking to you. And I hope you have a wonderful day, my friend.
Thanks, Sebastian. You too. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you. I was hoping for you to say that. And I hope you have a very awesome day, my friend.
Thank you so much, Sebastian. You too.
All right. Bye.
See ya. Bye bye.